10. Hey, good afternoon. It's Wednesday. My goodness, it's already September 7th. Labor Day is gone, and October 1st is fast approaching as we work on our 23rd USA Memory Championship. And we've got a great, excited group of 12 people that are planning to attend and compete for who's got the best memory in the United States. And that will be on October 1st at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida, and YouTube streamed from 12 until 4 on the USA Memory channel. But I'm getting a lot of interesting questions. People love this long-term memory event. And so the categories we picked and the kinds of questions we asked generate a significant amount of interest from people. And so in this particular case, I thought I'd do a few live with Tony broadcast on what are the kinds of events that we do at the competition so people can really appreciate that memory is a skill. You can apply different mnemonics and techniques and systems to help you to improve your memory, and everybody wins in the process of what this is and how you can learn and utilize these techniques in your professional life, your educational life, in your personal life. And so it's a really great event to showcase the power of the human mind. So let's talk about the long-term memory event. First of all, long-term memory event. We've given the 12 mental athletes about 2,000 bits of data broken into three categories. And we give them 30 days to remember as much of the information of the 2,000 pieces that we give them so that we can bring them onto the stage on October 1st. So we gave them this data on September 1st. On October the 1st, they will demonstrate their ability to put this in here, not just for what we call immediate recall, but for long-term recall. And so we have three different levels of questions with a possible fourth level, depending upon how far they're able to retain the 2,000 pieces of data. We may go to a fourth level. But I wanted to, at least for my Live with Tony audience, I wanted to demonstrate a little bit about, so what are the categories and what types of information are they trying to retain? And then what kinds of questions might we ask them as they come forward? So let me just start with one of the first categories we have are the USA top 99 corporations in the United States. And so one of them that we've got data and information on is Costco. Costco happens to be the 12th ranked company of the 99 that we've picked off. Their business is in wholesale. So the industry they are in is the wholesale retail world. And their headquarters is in Issaquah, Washington State. Issaquah, I'm not sure I know where that city is or town is, but it's Issaquah, Washington. They employ 288,000 people, and their revenues are $196 billion. So it's a pretty substantial company. I think I contribute to some part of that billion since I do love to shop at Costco. I do love their foot-long hot dogs and do enjoy getting in there, though, on when they had their senior days, getting in there quick, going my shopping and leaving during the COVID time. So I think Costco has been very proactive and very much on top of their market. And I know I'm a piece of that $196 billion because I do shop at Costco quite a bit. So in any case, Costco, 12th ranked, wholesale in the retail business. Costco Wholesale is the name of the company. Retail is their business. Issaquah, Washington is their headquarters, 288,000 people, $196 billion in revenue. So a simple round one question might be, tell me where the location is of the Costco Wholesale retail business and what's the city and state that they're located in. So hopefully, just from my little video here now, you remember they are in Issaquah, Washington. We may ask a subsequent question of, tell us how much revenue that they produced in a year. And I hope you all remember, since I've repeated it several times, they're $169 billion. Now, I might ask a second or third level question. Tell me what other company, give me two companies that are headquartered in the state of Washington And now you've got to go through your list and you've got to say, wait a minute, who else is in Washington, D.C., or, excuse me, Washington, the state? And hopefully you know it's Microsoft. And so we might stop right there, or we might stop and say, tell us how much more revenue that the number 11th ranked company has versus the number 12th ranked company. And we just told you 12th ranked was Costco at 196 billion. Well, Microsoft is at 198 billion. And so again, and how many employees does Microsoft employ? And they have 181. So we may ask a question, how many more employees work for Costco Wholesale that work for Microsoft? And now you got to go to data bit. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Costco 288, Microsoft 181. Oh, quick subtraction. 107 more employees are working for Costco Wholesale than would work for Microsoft Technology. So there's a little bit of a sample of a category coming out of the Fortune 99. Now we have a category for space shuttles, space shots out of NASA. There's a little bit of a science behind this. And so we may ask, what was the mission that flew numbered STS number 4? So what was that mission, STS number 4? Now you got to go search in your database and say, oh, that was the Columbia. The Columbia, we may ask when that launch took place and when did it return to Earth. What was interesting, it returned to Earth on the 4th of July in the year 1982. That is hard for me to believe that that's 40 years ago. Those launches and those returns seem like they were yesterday, but they returned on the 4th of July, 1982. And we might ask you who the commander was of that launch and how many orbits did it take around the Earth and who was its pilot. So these are some of the different data bits that we put out for NASA. And my goodness, we've got 130 missions that have flown from NASA, or 131, that have got this kinds of data that the mental athletes have to take and play. So we might ask, what missions, at least give us 2 of the missions that the commander, Jack Lousma, was a part of. And of course, he was a part of 2 of the Columbia and the Challenger mission. And again, the date of launch, the date of return, the number of orbits, who was his pilot on those missions. So again, we mixed them up. First, we give them a level 1, which we want them to at least have some piece of data that we provide to them, and they give us something back. And then we start to graduate the questions in level 2 and 3 by mixing them through other pieces of information that shows that they've been able not only just comprehend, but it's useful information that allows them to cross the topics. Then we have a category for WWE, Worldwide Wrestling Federation or Organization. WWE is what it is now called. I guess it's Worldwide Entertainment. I may be off on that E, but in any case, it's wrestling. And we talk about, now what do we give them? We give them the name of a wrestler. So in this case, it's Randy Savage. When was he born? Randy was born on November 15th, 1952. Wow, here's another wrestler I watched and watched and watched, along with one of my other favorites. And my goodness, where was he born? He was in Columbus, Ohio. What was his wrestling name? I hope everybody knows Randy Savage as the Macho Man. And when did he begin his career? And this again gets scary. It's almost 50 years ago, 1973. Whoa. So to that degree, we may say, tell us the name of another wrestler that started in 1993 as a 2nd or 3rd level question. So give us another wrestler that started in the same year that Randy Savage did. And the name comes Roderick Toombs. And we say, my goodness, Roderick Toombs. When I first saw that on our score sheet, I'm saying, God, I don't recognize that name. I do recognize Randy Savage and Macho Man, but Roderick Toombs, who was born on April the 17th in 1954 in Saskatoon, Canada. I guess it's Saskatoon, Saskatoon, Canada. And what was he known by as my favorite wrestler? And I didn't know his name was Roderick Toombs. It was Rowdy Piper. Rowdy Roddy Piper, and he started his career in 1973. 50 years ago. My goodness gracious, I'm getting too old for this stuff. This is scary. And so, to that degree, that's a sampling of some long-term memory data bits that we're looking for our 12 mental athletes to have retained and be able to then demonstrate the proficiency of their long-term memories. And again, I'm making this oversimplified, but the amount of work that first of all, the amount of work that Karen Pinson, who's my COO that runs this, has put into just capturing all that data, putting it on spreadsheets and Excel sheets and getting it out to the mental athletes. And then the questions that they're coming back with that she now has to respond to. And then getting the questions that we put in what we call level 1, level 2, level 3, and possibly getting as far as level 4. Just really demands that their ability to absorb thousands of bits of information and then be able to comprehend it in a way that they can play it back for us is absolutely an amazing event. Our audience, when we have live spectators, is just blown away by it. And it's just part of the excitement that we build in our USA Memory Championship. So I would encourage anyone on October the 1st, sitting down, maybe it's not your favorite football team playing in the 12-4 spot, and you'll save your time for the night game. 12-4, go to our USA Memory Championship website. You can pull down then the YouTube stream on it, and you can watch this in the comfort and safety of your own home and enjoy our 23rd USA Memory Championship. I'll be back on Friday. I'm going to take pieces of our competition off a little bit each day and give you a little bit of a heads up on what are we doing and how are we doing it. There's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, and Karen Pinson's doing a bang-up job, and Full Sail University is just right on board, and I'm just delighted to have them along with our sponsors from the Rosentown Square, from Lumosity, from our friends in Memory League, and certainly MIT. So all's going well, and we'll see you on Friday.